naimoma manakshas chaikwach. Anakuchikuk na yakusha nakpanetash papatatwit. My name is Chaikwach. That name was given to me as a child in ceremony. I'm also known as JoDe Goudy, and I currently serve as the chairman of the Yakama Nation Tribal Council. And I must say, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. And as such, each and every one of us must ask questions, some very important questions. Shinamonisha, who are you? Manaknik namwa, where do you come from? These very simple questions that each and every individual must ask also go in hand with each and every entity, nation, people. And as was stated, it starts with us as individuals. Who am I? Where do I come from? Only in understanding the answers to these questions will we understand where we are going. In the Northwest, the Yakama Nation, as well as the other delegates from the tribes that are represented within the Pacific Northwest, we are aware of black snakes. They come through our territory by rail. There is one that if it falls off the track, it will blow up and burn. There's another that sheds its skin. It's called coal. That skin blows off those railways, those cars all through our lands, going into our water, onto our land. Indeed, we have made strong stances in the Northwest against the proposal for a superhighway of fossil fuel. And as such, we collectively come together in an understanding, asking one another, asking ourselves, as we look upon these things, are these responsible decisions? Are these responsible decisions? Because if we are to ask ourselves who we are and where we come from, us as the native peoples of this land are listening to the ground. We are listening to the water. And because we have that connection, we are able to express the concern that is coming from this land and from this water. That concern is telling us that if irresponsible decisions are continued to be made, the fulfillment of prophecies that come from native people will come to be. It is imperative that all individuals who are taking part in this entire picture come to the understanding of these questions. Who am I and where do I come from? The corporations at hand that are proposing such things indeed are making decisions that impact their pocketbooks, which is a very small percentage of their population base that affect millions of people. And in the meantime, the consequences endured by our land and by our water, by our natural resources. This is not responsible decision making. The black snake that's being proposed here, its head, its brain is in Texas, where this corporation is, but its heart lies in Washington, D.C., by the lawmakers, the legislators, the court, the policymakers, who are enabling actions and irresponsible decisions to manifest and materialize before our eyes. Have they ever asked themselves who they are and where they come from? Because if they did, they would know and realize, as we do, that if we continue down this pathway with these kind of decisions, that the answers that we have come to ourselves, knowing who we are and where we come from, knowing what it is to have a relationship with the land, with the water, with the elements, and with Tumanmatla, our creator, we come to love our surroundings. We come to know the interaction that we indeed are related to all things. And in that love and that acknowledgement of knowing that you are related to all things, you come to appreciate the beauty, that creation that our Creator has put down for us. And in that appreciation, you come to understand the benefit and the importance that our future generations are at least able to experience what we have in this time. This is what must happen here. There is an awareness that is coming. We are only the messengers. The awareness is coming from this ground, and it's coming from that water, and it's coming from that fire. It's coming from this air. And we are messaging to all people, heed the warning. Heed the warning. Let us come together, because human beings collectively are a beautiful being. We have the mind and the heart and the spirit at this point in time to change the future, so that indeed our future generations will be able to experience what you and I and our ancestors have. The ability to drink clean water, the ability to breathe clean air, the ability to walk upon a ground that is clean and pure. These are what the ancestors, our collective ancestors, had held in high regard, because that communication had come from answering questions. Shinamonisha, who am I? Manaknek namwa, where do I come from? That's how our people, collective nations and peoples, understand where we are going. Chamakli Khwayama, Black Eagle, President Obama, where are you? You come to dance amongst these people here. You showed yourself to this land here in relationship with the Standing Rock people. You had their babies in your arms and you shook the hands of these people. And where are you at this time to stand up behind the words that you had expressed to these people here? Please do whatever is within your power, your executive authority, to stand for this land, for this water, and for this air, and that indeed this proposed black snake will not materialize. This is a peaceful gathering. It is a prayerful gathering. This is not protesters, but indeed truly protectors who are expressing what is in the well-being of all. So with that, I humbly and prayerfully join the voice of Standing Rock and all the nations who are represented here, because I too ask these questions. Shinamonisha, JoDe, who are you? Manaknek moi, JoDe, where do you come from? Where are we going? Where are we going? So with these words, I join in solidarity with my fellow leaders, my fellow peoples, fellow nations. There shall be no black snake that shall come. Collectively, we have to fight for a better future. That's what we join today in this voice with this camp. Laukash.